thejbeans.net.
Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve is a private island owned by MSC that is located 65 miles east of Miami, Florida. The island is part of the Bimini chain of islands in the Western Bahamas, and MSC opened it for guests in late 2019. Ships visiting the island dock at a pier, so tender boats are not needed. In this video, we'll provide an overview of our visit to Ocean Cay when our ship, the MSC Meraviglia, docked at the island overnight in early August 2021. Just a quick note that if you enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up or leave a comment. It really helps our channel, and consider subscribing so you get alerted when we add new videos. Ocean Cay is an artificial island that began as a sand extraction site in the late 1960s. After purchasing the island, MSC began the long process of transforming it into a marine reserve. We recommend watching MSC's video about the transformation, which we've linked in the description below. Ocean Cay features multiple beaches, a shopping area, and multiple bars and eateries. Everything on the island is within a 20-minute walk, but electric shuttles are also available for those who would prefer a ride to the various parts of the island. When your ship arrives at Ocean Cay, we recommend going to the top deck to get your bearings. Your ship will be docked on the south side of the island. On the east side of the island, close to the pier, you'll find the Arrival Plaza and the Ocean Village. Further to the north, you'll find some beaches, including the Yacht Club's private beach. As you continue looking from east to west, you can spot the Seakers food court near the middle of the island. And on the far west side of the island, you'll find more beaches, including Lighthouse Bay, with the iconic red and white striped lighthouse. Before leaving your ship, there are a few things to be aware of. First, if you're planning a beach day on Ocean Cay, check your daily schedule to see what beaches and bars will be open. Also, check the opening hours of the various eateries. During our visit, the buffet was only open for lunch, but the food trucks were open later. Second, bring cash if you plan to purchase anything from the Bahamian artisan market. While you can use your cruise card to make most of your purchases on the island, the market only accepts U.S. currency. Third, if you're not an MSC Yacht Club guest, make sure you bring a beach towel from the ship, because towel service is not offered on the island, except for at the Yacht Club's private beach. Finally, MSC recommends using reef-friendly sunscreen while at Ocean Cay. Although there was some available for purchase on the ship and the island, we found it to be less expensive at our local superstore. When you first walk off the ship and head north to leave the pier, you'll come to the Arrival Plaza. The plaza has a few helpful features, including a map of Ocean Cay that's located on the east side of the plaza, a welcome center that's located in the center of the plaza, a shuttle stop that's located on the west side of the plaza, and a Welcome to Ocean Cay sign that's located in the northwest corner of the plaza and makes for a nice photo op. Just north of the Arrival Plaza, you'll find the Ocean Village with a large, paved, tree-lined walkway. The Excursions Building, which features wave runners and more, is located at the start of the Ocean Village on the east side of the walkway. The west side of the walkway, opposite the water, features a series of buildings, including the Ocean Cay Visitor Center, which sold MSC Foundation souvenirs and some water sports gear. the Ocean Cay MSC shop, which sold MSC branded souvenirs and some beach essentials. The Ocean Cay Trading Post, which sold Ocean Cay themed souvenirs. And the Ocean Cay Bahamas shop, which sold handmade Bahamian arts and crafts. At the northernmost end of the Ocean Village walkway, you'll find Springer's Bar, which offers authentic Bahamian-inspired cocktails. It's one of a handful of bars located around the island, and the drinks package works at all of them. Nearby is the Bahamian Artisan Market, which was closed during our visit. And the Smiling Fish Ice Cream Parlor, which offers a variety of soft-serve ice cream and coffees for purchase. As you continue beyond the Ocean Village, please take note that the island's shuttles and other vehicles drive on the island's paved pathways, so make sure you stay alert if you're walking to your destination. Continuing north beyond the Ocean Village, you'll soon find Seakers Family Cove, which was closed during our visit, and the Seakers Cove Beach Rentals building, which was open for business. Nearby, the Seakers Food Court was the location of the Ocean Cay Complimentary Lunch, which featured a fairly typical selection of buffet food, including salads. Fruits, chicken and ribs, a variety of sides, burgers and hot dogs, and brownies and cookies. Quite a few picnic tables were available at the food court, and many of the picnic tables were located under large canopies. Just north of Seakers Family Cove and the Seakers Food Court is South Beach, which was the least crowded of the two large beaches that were open at Ocean Cay during our visit. In addition to an expansive waterfront, the beach had hundreds of complimentary loungers available. There were also some cabanas that could be reserved for a fee. The cabanas included cushioned seating, a small table, and more. The Great Star Bar is located on the eastern side of South Beach, roughly between the beach and Seakers Family Cove. The North Island, which is located on the other side of the water from South Beach, was not fully open during our visit. In fact, the only part that was open was the Yacht Club's private beach, which is located on the east side of North Island. And a couple of crew members stationed at the bridge that connects to the North Island ensured only Yacht Club members had access. Although we didn't snorkel in the area, a few people reported some good snorkeling near the bridge. Lighthouse Bay Beach, which is located west of the Ocean Village near the ship, was the most popular of the two large beaches that were open at Ocean Cay during our visit. The beach features an expansive waterfront and beach area with a view of your ship and the red and white striped lighthouse in the distance. We tried to snorkel in the bay relatively close to the shoreline, but didn't have much luck. A few guests who wandered a bit further out also reported not seeing a lot of marine life. The Beach Shack food truck that was located at the eastern side of the beach served a selection of the menu that was available at the Seakers food court, and the nearby Rose Bar was available for drinks. The 100-foot-tall lighthouse at the bay is covered in 20,000 LEDs, which makes for a spectacular nighttime light show. Unfortunately, our cruise director indicated there were 2 times for the light show, and the second one, which is the one we waited for with quite a few other passengers, never happened. If you're interested in a bird's eye view of Ocean Cay from the lighthouse, admission is available for a fee to climb the 165 steps to the top. Whether you want some rest after climbing the lighthouse or you just want to enjoy a drink by the bay, the Lighthouse Bar is located behind the lighthouse and was one of the least crowded bars we saw during our visit. As a bonus, the bar is also a great photo op with your ship in the background. A few final notes about Ocean Cay. A few large areas of Ocean Cay were not accessible during our visit, as MSC continues their work to revitalize the island. In fact, we could easily see some of the construction just north of the Lighthouse Bay Beach from the top of our ship. There were 4 restrooms located around the open parts of the island, and showers for rinsing off were located on the side of the buildings. Lockers were installed at the restroom buildings, but they were not working yet during our visit. Complimentary water was available at the bars, as well as the Seakers food court. The colorful buildings located north of the Ocean Village are not accessible by guests. The buildings are the housing for those that work on the island. Finally, be sure to take a look at the ocean on the south side of your ship, opposite the island, while docked at Ocean Cay. During our visit, the view was spectacular.